Hi, everybody. Thank you. Your peach emoji showed up, Seth. Hello, and everybody. Welcome to session 6 of Secrets Beyond the Suns. I am your game master today, Mare, and we have our lovely Vizsla before us. So let's quickly go around, say who we are playing, and then we'll go into the recap and then downtime. Hi, I'm Mare. She, they pronouns, and I'm the game master. Seth. Sorry.
Okay, then.
I'm tired, okay?
You're like, I'm there. Oh my gosh. Hi, I am Seth. I also use she, they pronouns, and I will be playing Zephyr, the a stalwart ardent of the Order of Weavers who weaves stealth with sorcery.
Caitlin?
Hey, I am Caitlin, she, her pronouns. I am playing Alondra, who is a iconoclastic ardent Order of Goetica who fuses Nightmare to Fist.
Abby.
Hey, I'm Abby, she, her pronouns for both me and Farideh. And I'm playing Farideh, who's an eremitic ardent apostate who breathes runes.
And last but not least, Gonah.
Hi, I'm Gonah, she, her pronouns, and I play Karosael, he, him pronouns, who is an established stoic of the Order of Makers who turns tales to reality.
And with that, Alondra, would you like to give our recap for this session?
I suppose. Well, we started off with a trip to the Order of Goetica to get some last-minute information for my advancement. Unfortunately, the person who had that information was this woman named Soraya, who was excessively unhelpful for no reason. But we did eventually get the information that we needed, and for some reason, Soraya felt the need to accompany me to meet up with everyone else as we took a trip to the Celestial Bazaar to continue our investigation and also do a little bit of shopping. We made our way to the Celestial Bazaar, went to visit the Glen of Memories, which is a store where Laurel used to work, Laurel being a person of interest to both myself and Karosael for various reasons. We didn't find any information about Laurel, unfortunately, but we did find several memory clocks, as that seemed to be the product of that particular store. Nothing really of note in those clocks, but some memories were had. After that, we did some shopping. We purchased, I purchased a rather fantastic throwing axe. Zephyr came away with a sword slightly taller than herself. Karosael had a very nice crowbar for purely legal purposes. And Farideh came away with a lullaby pillow, which was very sweet. And I believe Samuel did as well. After that, I made my way alone to my advancement ceremony. The others were invited, but chose, fortunately, not to attend, and advanced to the Second Order. And I believe that is where we left off.
Is there any downtime events that people would like to talk about before my mini announcement and the first sooth card of the day?
So Karosael moved up in Makers. He is now at the second level. Basically, he was able to take those nice knuckle punchies to Mirage's store, who he was able to check them over. Everything looked good, so he's at second level.
Heck yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you also made a bolo tie for Farideh?
Yes. Yes. He also took that little coin that he had totally legally gotten off of the dead woman and made a nice little bolo for Farideh, but hasn't given it to her yet, right?
Up to y'all.
Okay. Whatever you think.
Hasn't given it to you yet.
Okay. we'll say that 1 week of downtime has occurred since last session and this session, so you can add 1 week's income to your inventory. Before we also get started, I would like to let everybody know that we are currently doing game incentives for the Invisible Sun game. If you want to help or hinder the players, you can donate. Essentially, you can... I've just put the command in chat, but you can give players hidden knowledge, singular or multiple. You can also trigger something called flux. Flux is essentially just a little bit of magic going awry, and that creates effects. We have minor, major, and grand. Grand on the scale of as it can be literally game-changing, like Invisible Sun game-changing, or just very inconvenient. You can also donate to force a group GM intrusion based off either the current Sooth card pull or the next one that's about to come into play. So, I just put that command in chat, and if that is something that is interest to you, heck yeah. All donation incentives will go to the lovely cast of this game. So, first pull of the game. We have, on the Silver Sun, the Savage Sword. Value of 3, Visions, Swans, Blades, and Water. Meanings: war, savagery, strength, violence, and brute force. The sword is a weapon of war, a metaphor for any kind of weapon one might wield. The savage sword is our basest nature, our predilection towards violence, and our shameful bloodlust. But it is also our strength to overcome obstacles and foes when we need to. It is the opposite of thought, strategy, or consideration. It is immediate and decisive, without hesitation or regard for consequence. The savage sword is the opposite of the revealing knife in most respects. Red magic is enhanced, and blue is hindered. We last left off the game with a shopping spree and many advancement ceremonies. But this week, I think we're going on a more investigative route. Where do we want to start? I know Zephyr has some plans and Farideh has some plans, but one of those plans can't be implemented as the bar called Zeros only appears at night. Zephyr.
Well,
What say you?
I was thinking, given that, Zeros is a thing, don't want to go to the bleed yet. Even though there was a big part of me that wanted to do that first because chaos. I think that instead it may be a good idea for us to follow up that lead at Laurel's house. It seems like something everybody would be interested in. I think we could all benefit from it. So we can start there and see where the wind takes us, as it were.
Do you want to meet somewhere first and then head over to...
Of course.
Laurel's? Maybe since Alondra's the only one that knows how to get there.
Well, yes, I would run it by Alondra first, since,
I think you mean gay panic.
I do have
All of the above.
both.
Do we want to meet at Alondra's place? Or no?
Alondra, would you be opposed to us meeting there and then we can head to Laurel's?
No, that would be fine. Zephyr, just maybe make sure that your neighbor doesn't happen to see you going that way.
I cannot guarantee that she will not glare at me disapprovingly as she does all the time, but I do not think that she is the type to speculate about where I may be going.
Excellent.
Especially since I started practicing with that giant sword around her backyard.
Fair enough. Then sure.
Thank you for hosting us.
Of course.
I would also
Should probably thank her, honestly.
I would also like to petition that the name of Arkin's store is called Mark Hall, the stationery store. Some of those looks I got on screen were beautiful.
Sure.
Alondra, would you like to describe to everyone your house?
Yes,
Quote,
sure.
unquote.
So when you approach it from the street, what you see is just a stationery store. There are kind of trinkets and baubles in the windows, little statues of angels and, you know, small, cute children fishing and whatnot. And then further in, you can see rows of cards, journals, etc. But it doesn't seem to be open. It doesn't look like abandoned, but it is very clearly closed. And Alondra will instruct you to kind of make your way around the back towards what looks like a loading dock area. Once you enter through there. Oh, Mark Hall. I get it.
You got it now?
I got it. Once I saw it written out, I was like, okay. It's morning here. It's fine. So you make your way through the little like loading door, and you see an apartment. It's well furnished but fairly minimalist. You know, a few chairs, a dining table, like a room off to the side. It's most likely a bedroom. Nothing fancy, but functional.
As you all appear one by one, there are several younger kids playing out in front of the store, playing with what looks to be foam swords, running past. Fizrin, stop! Ow, 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 ow! Before running away out of frame, as you all make it to Mark Hall, your local friendly stationery store owned by everyone's favorite, Karen Arkin.
So we're going to. You've known where Laura lives the whole time?
Well, I know where she lived back in the day. I can't say. I'm assuming she hasn't been there since everything went down, but
That's like the first place you look, though. That's the first place that the cops look. Like you gotta go. We gotta.
Well, I hadn't. Yes, it is definitely a place we should go look.
It's okay. I'll fill you in on proper heist information dissemination as we go.
I'm looking forward to it.
Would the crowbar be used in this information gathering?
I definitely brought it, and he does like a little like. I brought the piece.
Would you like to see my wares as you open up your chest?
Want to buy a sundial?
There are so many like just little mushrooms and wires and little pieces of things in tiny pockets as he opens it. But yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Has your crowbar grown mushrooms yet?
Oh no, I don't think that would be wise for the mushrooms.
Hmm.
This is for legal purposes.
Are your mushrooms not legal?
Actually, not all of them probably are, but I haven't found those yet. I'll tell you when I do.
Okay. Oh,
Farideh, when do you arrive?
I think I probably show up last. I mean, I none of us have been to Alondra's before, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, so none of us know where we're going. But I think I probably get lost on my way. And I'm asking Samuel, have you been down these streets before? I didn't. I mean, like she gave us directions, but I think I took the wrong turn back there, and I didn't know if you'd been here before.
No, I haven't been here before. Sorry. Like I've been down the streets before, but I've never been to Alondra's.
Okay, well, can you smell Metatron or anything? They've got to be around here somewhere.
Oh yeah, Metatron's got a musk. Hold on. And Samuel will jump off of, crawl down your arm and leg to the floor. I think they're in the stationery store.
Oh yeah, that sounds right. Let's try it.
I don't know.
So I'll go just like knock on the door of the stationery store and like look in.
Does your home have like a doorbell that connected to their house? Like lets you know when people have arrived at the stationery store?
I mean, probably. But I mean, she also, Alondra would have told you to go around back. But there's probably like some kind of alarm bell that goes off, just in case she knows when Arkin is showing up.
What was that?
Oh, I suppose. Well, it means someone's at the front door of the store. I suppose it could be Farideh. I should probably go check.
You have your crowbar ready?
Stink.
Gosh.
And I will go around front and. Oh, Farideh, this way.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Sorry, I forgot. There were a lot of instructions, and then it was something about it being hidden, and I just I got.
Oh, no problem.
We found you though, thanks to
Yes.
Samuel.
Yep, absolutely.
Metatron stinks.
That he does. And I'll like lead them back.
Okay. Hey guys.
Oh, there you are. Hello. Unusual for me to arrive before you, ever.
Yeah. Well, I just I haven't been over on this part of town very often.
Understandable. We are glad you made it safely.
So is it heist time?
It's heist time.
He does have the crowbar.
Oh, good.
Wait, what are we stealing? It says only Farideh can hear it from Samuel.
Right. Well, I figured you'd want to come along on an adventure. What are we trying to take? Are we taking anything or just looking?
Yes, we honestly, I'd forgotten that we had been neglectful of checking Laurel's house in all of this, so I thought that it may be a good idea for us to follow up, see what we can find, if any. There may be nothing there, but as Karosael said earlier, it's the first place the cops check, so us as completely upstanding citizens of Saturnine should probably follow in their footsteps. A cab.
I feel that. But is there anything we need to know about? Like, is it more bees? Is it a hidden house like your place? Is it anything like that? Or just house?
What would I remember about Laurel's house?
You would remember that Laurel's house is located near a place. It's kind of called, what's the word I'm looking for? A museum called Snapshot. It's actually in a painting hung like near the front door of the museum. You do remember her place is fairly small, only a couple rooms, and is traversed via paintings on the interior.
I will share that information.
Okay, so we shouldn't be an issue getting in there, right?
I can't imagine. I haven't been there since before the war, obviously, but it was never an issue before.
Okay. Do you guys need anything before we head out?
I don't think so.
Maybe some new notebooks from the store. Like, gotta make the suggestion, since you are all in the way of doing completely legal things.
I'm trying to decide if I want to have my sword or not. I think there's no reason for me to have it, so I will have it.
Good choice.
Checks out.
Very good choice. Hell yeah.
And I'm going to set a few breath runes. I'm going to do persuasion, performance, and deception.
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
Oh, stop it.
So it sounds like you are heading to Laurel's home, which is located, as I said, hung outside the front door of a museum called Snapshot, which is actually fairly close by to the Whoa. When y'all going to the Whoa, y'all.
We'll do that for the beach episode.
Are we gonna have like a non-canon beach episode, or maybe?
Oh yes, the filler. The filler.
Yeah,
Ooh, that could actually be like a, not an incentive, but if we reach thus and such goal, beach episode.
Beach episode. Hell yeah. Let me write this shit down.
Beach party.
Beach ep at the Whoa. If you all want to know what the Whoa is,
Make it happen.
That subscribe.
Smash that like button.
While we're walking, Karosael will probably hand Farideh, it's not in a box or anything, it's just kind of wrapped up in a cloth, but it is the bolo that she had asked for, and it is the coin, and like around it, in order to keep it stationary, there is metal, and it almost looks like music notes going around the outside, and then on the ends are little tiny pieces of silver that have a bass clef and a treble clef, and it's all just on a black leather strap.
This is very cool.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure if you wanted something super fancy or low key, so glad you like it.
This is perfect, and I'm going to put it on immediately.
Farideh, as your hands take the bolo tie and brush against the coin, it's kind of imperceptible at first, but you do hear what kind of sounds like incomprehensible words at the back of your mind. As you hold this coin on your person.
Karosael, I did say not to make this, like, not to do any magic to it. Did you do anything?
Oh no, yeah, I didn't. It's just wires and leather. I even made sure that the components I put on there weren't magic.
Okay.
Is it okay? Did I bend it or?
Oh no, it's gorgeous. I thought I felt something, but no, it's great. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Anytime.
As you begin to walk towards Laurel's house, you do pass the Woe, where you do smell the scent of salt water, but sweeter, like candy. You don't see any people swimming in the Woe, but you do see Lamp talking to a couple of other Vizsla. He doesn't seem to be preaching at him or anything but he's just like very chill in his swim trunks and Hawaiian shirt, and just chilling there and chit-chatting with some other people. You do make it to Snapshot, which looks to be inside a large old-fashioned camera. And I'm going to pull the next card, the Ghostly Presence, on the green sun. Value of 7, mysteries, rats, mirrors, and stone. The past, guilt, Unresolved issues. Damn, Sooth deck.
Stacked. Stacked.
It's not stacked.
Excuse?
We all have our ghosts. They haunt us both metaphorically and, of course, literally. We can become weighed down by our past sins, our unrequited feelings, our unresolved issues. As humans, we crave closure, but is such a thing ever truly possible? The ghostly presence suggests that it is not. There's always something from our past that will arise later to remind us of the wrongs of long ago. Pale magic is enhanced and green is hindered.
Well, this is fine.
The deck always knows. The entrance to Snapshot seems to be where the lens is, and instead of there's glass, there is a door. But next to this, the lens that is protruding slightly from the base of the camera, there is a photo, a painting of a gilded door to the left. Alondra, you know this is the entrance to Laurel's home.
I will point it out and just say, well, that's it. I imagine she left in a bit of a hurry, so I doubt there's any preparations waiting for us, although obviously I don't know for sure.
What kind of preparations?
Oh,
Did she set traps? What are we walking into?
She wasn't known for setting traps that I was aware of, but there were a few things that I was not aware of, so anything she summoned would be long gone. But I just caution in general.
So what you're saying is you should go first.
Sure. I do not have the legal means to force a door if required, but I can try to enter normally and see what happens.
Oh, Karosael could take care of that for you, I'm sure.
Yes.
He's already starting to take the lockpicks out.
I mean, I wouldn't want to take the joy of the experience away, but
Fair.
normally
no, you
would
should knock
just-
first. That's the standard way.
It's
Well,
only
normally
polite.
you would just, and I'll just approach the painting and do whatever it is you would normally do.
As you approach the painting, Alondra, with the intent to enter, Farideh, Karosael, and Zephyr, you find Alondra suddenly in the painting, standing on the doorsteps of this gilded door of the painting. Alondra, you are in front of a very real door.
And I'll kind of turn around and
It's like looking out of a window, just a large rectangular frame where you can see the outside world and the rest of your companions.
I want to, before I follow, I want to take a look around and see if I can notice anyone watching us.
Sure. Make me a perception-based roll, please. What kind of stuff are you looking for? Just anybody?
Yeah, I'm looking for people on the street who might be looking at us. Nothing too intense.
Okay.
So that's just one of my perception. That's a 1.
Did you spend a bene or no?
I did, yeah.
Okay. You rolled a 1 or you rolled a 0?
Oh, rolled a 1.
Okay.
Got it too.
You don't seem to notice anyone watching you. You see people. This is not an empty street. You do see people walking by, either walking into Snapshot or going past to sunbathe on the sands of the Woe. But you can't tell if anyone is watching you. So,
Okay.
You think you're more or less inconspicuous.
Cool. Then I will follow.
as you approach, you are standing next to Alondra inside this painting. Karosael and Zephyr.
Karosael indicates to Zephyr to go first, just to make sure that the last person in is the hardest to kidnap instead of the easiest.
I have a giant sword on my back. What are you talking about?
But you're still so small. You're so small.
But the sword is very large. I'll go, fine. And Zephyr will enter.
All right.
And then as soon as she's clear, he goes in.
You are all in this painting. You don't see anything else. Everything else kind of fades into black, but you do see behind you where light is entering, kind of where this like rectangular snapshot into the outside world, as well as this door in front of you, this gilded door.
Well, here we are.
Okay, so now do you knock, or is it like, is there more painting, or do we have to?
Generally, I would just knock or just enter if she knew I was coming, but I'll kind of like just rap on the door.
You knock, but there is no answer.
I think it might be a little too simple for her just to be waiting at home.
It'd be pretty boss though. Like she's been here the whole time. We could have had this done like weeks ago.
Yep. I will try the door.
It is locked.
I will step away and motion to Karosael.
Oh no,
Your
who could have
time to
imagined
shine.
this?
Oh no, you need to break and enter. Are you, I can't remember, do you have any skills in breaking and entering? I think you have skills in lockpicking.
I have skills in lockpicking. Let's see. Yeah, level 2 in lockpicking.
Okay. Level 2 in lockpicking. Are you going to spend any bene?
Yeah, I'll spend an interaction if that would be, or is interaction like people?
Interaction is people. Since I actually know the basics behind lockpicking, I'll say you can use a movement bene or an intellect bene, because you can kind of apply both. The theory.
Oh, I love using intellect bene.
Okay. The challenge for this is 7. You have, and then remind me, do your lockpicks give you anything special? Like, I know these are one of your maker items that you get for being a maker, but I don't remember what they did.
Oh, okay. No, the special thing is that basically they stick to me. Like, they can't be stolen. I can't lose them.
Okay.
That kind of thing. So,
All right. Are you?
of course, it wouldn't make it easier for myself to pick locks.
So that is a +3 to your venture. Are you going to use sortilege or any hidden knowledge?
I don't think I have any hidden knowledge that would help me here.
Well, hidden knowledge is anything you can make up that you can justify into doing. Yeah, it's nothing like specific that you would learn in game. It's just it's a bitty knowledge that may or may not help. Like, I know how to pick this specific lock. Or stuff like that.
Yeah, sure. I'll use a hidden knowledge.
And are you going to use sortilege?
No, a +4 should be fine.
So you need to roll at least a 3.
It's an 8.
This
Small panic, I'm sorry.
This door easily falls prey to your lockpicks.
Yes. See, it's that easy. And he looks up at Zephyr, who had seen him like just fumbling last time. See, I can do illegal things.
I know. Was never in doubt.
And this door swings open into a entryway. The room itself is very elegant and full of fancy, gaudy baubles. You have the wooden carving and woodworks at the base of the floor as well as the ceiling. Paintings are hung on each of the walls. There's one on the left wall, one on the right, and two forward. But these paintings are large, floor to ceiling. And Alondra, you would know that to get to one of the rooms is you would need to walk through this painting. And the frames are ornate and golden. There seems to be a place where you can take off your shoes, like a shoe rack, and a small, like, end table. There's feathers on the floor, golden feathers, and some vases on tables. But otherwise empty. The rooms...
Alondra will slip her shoes off out of habit. And, like, kind of catch herself, but then, like, do it anyway. And then we'll start pointing out the paintings and just, well, this one goes to the restroom, this one will take you to the bedroom, this one is the kitchen, and just kind of points out all the different, like, where each room would be, and then just kind of stands there.
You would know that there is a restroom, a bedroom, a kitchen, and a living room. This front area is just the welcome area.
What are these feathers that are all around? Are they important?
Honestly, maybe. I didn't think so, and now I'm less sure. She liked golden feathers. They're usually more indicative of angelic creatures, which was what she favored. Obviously not real angel feathers.
I thought you were telling us that your girlfriend was an angel. That would have been different. Okay.
Yeah, she wasn't my girlfriend. But
sure.
She favored the angelic, as do I. And the feathers were somewhat indicative of that, although not real angel feathers in most cases, obviously, because that would be obscenely expensive. But she leaned into the aesthetic, as it were.
After Karosael takes off his shoes, he's gonna start picking up the feathers and putting them in a spare pocket.
Yeah, sure.
That's real good materials there.
That was an assumption that I made, but that was correct, right? They probably weren't real angel feathers because those would be rare.
You don't know.
Wouldn't I? I mean, not whether or not they're real, but I would know whether or not they're like a rare material.
Oh, you would know they're a rare material, yes.
They are rare. Okay, so yeah. Alondra's making an assumption that they're not real because they're super rare and it would be difficult to get as many as she had.
Yeah.
That's the extent of that.
So I can actually identify materials.
Yeah.
I believe I can do that at level 2 now.
Do you need to make a roll for that?
Connection. Nope.
I will also go to the order. You can, let's see. Second degree goetics. Identifying ingredients. You can learn if it can be used as a material ingredient, catalyst, stabilizer, or power source for an item. It just says you can examine something and learn if it can be used. These can be used as a, maybe not as a main material, but definitely as an ingredient.
Ooh. You start picking them up faster.
Wait, does that mean they're real?
They're real expensive. I don't know if they're actually angel feathers, but they can be used for, and he starts listing off like all of these different things that he could use them for. And I mean, they're definitely material that can be used, and they're definitely feathers, but I can't tell you if they're angel. Like, they might be phoenix feathers for all I know. But they're really, really expensive, and I do not have much money.
Well, you're welcome to them. That's
Rude.
Thank you so much.
If they're real, that's surprising. But a lot of things are surprising. So take what you want.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I'm just giving you permission to basically loot my ex-girlfriend's home.
Not my girlfriend.
That's why I said ex. But yeah, off to your left, you do see a kitchen. Through this very large painting. To the right, a living room, and then forward, a bedroom and a restroom.
Well, since she is not your girlfriend, you do not mind if I will go snooping, and Zephyr will go to the bedroom.
All right. I want to quickly pull this card because
Don't do that.
I can do this if I want
That's
to, okay?
We're at this.
It's fine.
I know we just pulled one. But I'm going to pull the next card because...
What's in the bedroom? Oh, God.
On the blue sun, I've pulled the Monarch. Value of 9. Notions, cats, clocks, and wind. If you are an Ardent, you get a +2 to all your ventures. Everyone else gets a +1. Meanings, authority, judgment, the land/the world. Ruler, authority, sovereign. The monarch stands above all and passes judgment. Their commands must be obeyed because there is no other choice. The monarch isn't the ruler of the world. They are the world. They represent reality itself. They claim authority over you because you are a small part of them. You can no more refuse than your little finger can refuse to move as directed by your mind. You are a gear that turns in a vast machine, and the monarch is the machine. The monarch, as their name would suggest, is the sovereign of the Notions family. They guide and direct through thought and ideas. Zephyr, please take a despair. Because as you enter this room, one thing that you always seem to avoid at all costs, you are not able to look away from.
Oh no.
As this entire room is filled floor to ceiling with mirrors.
Nope. Nope.
And I know you always try to look away, but before you realize, you do see your reflection, each one a little slightly different. Some flipped horizontally, some flipped vertically, some just outright hostile looking, as they all turn and look at you.
Well, can she, is there a mirror, like, on the floor as well, or could she, like, potentially look down?
You see mirrors on the floor, because once capital M mirrors have had time to duplicate, they kind of take over. What is your look on your face, Zephyr, or your posture as you enter this room and realize what you have seen?
I like to think that you have like that second where you're kind of taking in everything when you haven't been somewhere before, and just kind of immediately after when she makes eye contact with that first mirror, it's just like dread and not hunched over, but more like halfway like a square up and halfway a getting ready to run.
The rest of you don't see the mirrors from your side, but you do see Zephyr's reaction.
Everything all right?
You do not hear them, Zephyr. Do you turn around?
Yeah.
You do not see the painting. You see a mirror.
Fuck. Well, shit.
Farideh, Karosael, and Alondra, what are you doing on your side? You do see
Regular panic.
You do see Zephyr. I think everyone knows what the mouthing of the word fuck looks like. So you see that, but you don't hear anything.
What did she have in her room? Why?
I don't. Am I right in thinking that her room was not full of mirrors the last time I was in it?
You are correct.
Okay. I don't know. It was, I mean...
like, Karosael's going to motion to come out, because like the only way that he's seen is that they seem to be like a window.
Does the painting like depict the room beyond normally?
Yes.
But the way that it's painted, it looks normal.
You see Zephyr standing in a room with a elegantly carved mahogany dresser and a canopy bed, dark navy blue, flecked with gold.
Maybe she's just taking her time. I mean, the canopy bed was always impressive, but...
Farideh, what are you doing? What's your reaction?
I don't know. Zephyr usually has a pretty level head about stuff. And she doesn't look happy, at least. Maybe she found something cool. I don't know.
Do any of you follow?
Karosael's gonna look at Alondra and Farideh and like indicate, do either of you do anything? If not, he's gonna go in.
Yeah, I think I'd go.
Okay.
Alondra hesitates, and you get the sense she really doesn't want to go in that room, but once both of you do, she will follow.
Wait, I have an idea. I'm assuming, like, he reaches into a pocket and he gets out a length of rope. It's like 50 meters, give or take. Do you want me to tie this to you or to hold on to it? Because I've seen Poltergeist, and it was a great movie.
I don't know if that would go through the painting. I've never tried.
See, I feel like that would be a thing that like you just play with. I would 100%.
I don't know what you mean.
Like just, you know, what can go through? Can I like throw something through? Like I'd mess with it. But that's me as a person.
I don't.
It's fun.
I'll try it. I don't know if it'll work, but sure.
Okay. Do you want to hold it or I tie it?
I'll hold it.
Okay. Hands it over to her, and then he steps like 15 feet away. I know I changed it from meters to feet. Bad at math, and just like
it's okay. You're bad
so
at
good.
math.
I'm very good. And does the like akimbo anchor stance in case there's a pull or anything like that.
Like through the painting?
Like through the painting.
No. Nothing is pulling you through the painting.
Okay.
In the meantime, I would like to break a mirror.
You are more than welcome to break a mirror. What are
Cool.
you using?
The hilt of my sword.
You get so happy. You just got too happy.
Yeah, those. Also,
It's fine.
You may break a mirror.
With the hilt of my sword. Like one that's like on the wall and it's gonna...
Make me an attack roll. You can spend Bene from your accuracy pool to do so. You can add the level of your sword to your venture.
Okay. Yeah, I will spend a bene for my accuracy pool because my sword actually gives me a bene.
Okay.
The level of the sword is 3.
So you're getting a +4 total to your venture.
Yeah.
Are
not
you
gonna do
using
anything else.
sortilege?
Nope. You know what? Actually, yes, I am. I am,
Okay.
because Zephyr hates mirrors. I feel like she would just
All
like
out.
put
All
everything
fucking out.
into this, and I think she's thinking, if I hit this hard enough, maybe I can just magically break all of these bitches at once.
All right.
Okay, so sortilege. This is fine. Okay, magic die ready. Well, that's a 7 on the magic die. I rolled a 7 on my regular die as well.
And you were trying to use your magic to do what?
I think that Zephyr, just in her panic / hatred for mirrors, is wanting to make this attack as strong as possible. In the back of her mind, she's like, can I just not see any mirrors? And is trying to break them all
Okay.
by breaking one.
I don't think you'll be able to break all of them,
Probably not,
but
that's
definitely. How much damage does your sword do?
fine. It is a...
Heavy weapon?
Yeah. It would be a
So-
heavy weapon.
6 points of damage as several mirrors shatter and fall to the ground outside of their frames. And you can hear at the back of your mind an anguished screech. You all outside of the painting do see a Zephyr attack part of the wall with the hilt of her sword.
Oh, something is wrong.
Yeah, I'll jump in,
You jump in.
Holding on.
Fairday.
to the rope with one hand. See
Uh,
if that works.
You jump in, and you are accosted with this room full of mirrors. Maybe like 3 or 4 near Zephyr are just shards of broken glass on the ground. And your reflection looks pissed at you, Farideh. And yours as well, Zephyr, looks pissed. Now we're gonna enter an action scene.
Ah!
Oh no.
Oh no, oh no.
Where's my card for this is fine?
This is fine.
Everything's fine.
This is fine. So everybody, I need you to roll me a movement-based task, please.
I will do that. I would also like to use my ephemera of unbending smile, which will gain me an additional rest. 1 round today.
Okay. You may. Where's my silly little thing? Where's my Okay. What is everybody rolling? Has everyone rolled their quote-unquote initiative checks?
You're rolling good today. Hell yeah.
Farideh?
I got a 1.
Oh, never mind.
So, Karosael and Zephyr are before the mirrors. And then the mirrors. And then Farideh and Alondra. Because Alondra, you rolled like a 5, right? Okay.
I think upon hearing the screech, Zephyr will, for like a split second, just like kind of startle, like, oh shit, there's actually something here. God, I hate mirrors. and then just roll another attack for another mirror nearby.
Okay.
Probably not even paying notice to anybody else who's entered. Just like focusing on, no, these bitches gotta go.
These bitches gotta go.
They gotta go.
Okay. Roll me another attack, please.
I will. Not gonna use an accuracy this time. So I'm just gonna roll straight. That is a 3.
The hilt of your sword bounces off a mirror. Not shattering.
Fuck!
Car.
You
see Zephyr go again, trying to attack something that you cannot see, because I don't think you've walked through yet, right?
No, I'm on the other side and holding the rope. Faraday's on the other side though too, right?
Faraday's on the other side.
Okay. He's gonna try yanking the rope to see if he can move her back to this side.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to make a physicality roll
Okay.
against the level of the mirror.
Rolled a 0.
Thankfully, that does not trigger flux because it is not a magic-based
Oh,
cast.
really? Cool.
Oh,
Still rolled a 0 though, so.
Faraday. I am imagining Faraday is still much smaller than Karosael.
Yes.
So you do feel Karosael pull, and your body hits the mirror that this rope is going through.
Okay.
But you do not go through it.
And but the rope, so the rope is still moving, like it didn't get cut off or anything.
Correct.
When I went through the mirror. Okay. Cool.
Faraday, with your back against a mirror, I need you to please make a dodge or withstand. You feel cold hands of yourself through the mirror grab your biceps and attempt to pull you through into the other side of the mirror. Please make me a withstand based check. Withstand defense roll, which will be a physicality bene. You can spend physicality from your physicality pool to add to your venture. You can use sortilege, hidden knowledge, etc. to try to withstand this.
Cool. I will use one of my physicality bene.
Okay.
8 total.
Explain to me how you just barely get out of this. Hold you.
Let's see. So my back's up against the mirror, and my reflection is like holding my arms. I think I try to do like if it were a person, I would try to like throw them over my head. So I essentially just like throw myself on the ground and like tuck and roll away from the mirror.
You see Alondra Karosael, you see Alondra fighting, not Alondra, Faraday fighting something that you can't see. Karosael and Alondra. I'm sorry, Faraday and Alondra.
So looking around at the mirrors, do each of us only see reflections of ourselves? Like, can I also see reflections of Zephyr in there?
You can also see reflections of Zephyr.
Do I see anything that doesn't look like reflections of either of us?
Make me a perception task.
Oh yeah, and I'll spend a perception bene on that.
I will say that the level of the mirrors is 8.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend a perception bene, and right now Ardents get +2 to adventures.
I forgot about that.
So that is, I rolled a 6, so that's a 9 total.
Yes. You do see in every instance of where you can see yourself in a mirror, even in the shards on the ground, you see Zephyr and yourself, angle pending, obviously, depending where you are. But you do see a set of reflections of you and Zephyr in one of the far mirrors that is not in the general position of you are in the room. They are, so instead of like, example, you two are standing, or in your case, Faraday, throwing yourself to the ground, you see a set of yourselves leaning against the wall casually, watching.
Okay. I would like to throw my dagger at that mirror.
I have to figure out if perception tests count as an action, but we'll let this go.
Oh, sure. Or I can wait. That's
no,
fine.
No, throw a dagger. Throw a dagger. I want to see you.
Okay.
I want to see you throw a dagger at a mirror.
All right. So I will use an accuracy bene for that. And I have 1 level in breaking objects.
Okay.
As
I did not realize you had that.
It's an ardent option. I didn't know if that would count towards
You
damage
can.
or if that could go towards me trying to hit it.
Either or. But you
Okay,
need to
I'm
tell
gonna-
me. But you need to tell me beforehand.
I want it to go into my accuracy.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll. I've got +2 for Ardence right now. I've got +1 for breaking objects, and I'm spending an accuracy bene.
Well, +2 for Ardence. It's
Sorry,
some-
didn't I say that?
I don't know. I thought you said +1. So +2, Bene, and then a accuracy.
+2. +2, bene, and breaking objects.
Yes, 4.
So I get +4 to my die.
Yeah.
Which is a total of 10.
Yeah. How much damage does your knife do?
4.
You deal a large crack on that mirror. Yeah. Who do you try to hit? Yourself or Zephyr in the mirror?
Oh, I wasn't aiming for a person, just for the mirror.
I think
Just-
for just shits and giggles, it hits Zephyr's
Love
reflection.
it. Love that idea.
And you do see some blood go down Zephyr's mirror Zephyr's face as it cracks, and the mirror bleeds slightly.
Are you gonna point this out to Zephyr, out of curiosity? Like, where is this mirror related to actual Zephyr?
Far into the room, like on the other side of the canopy bed.
Okay.
Alondra, you are close
Did
enough
I-
to step in it. Like the mirror, not the mirror. The painting is within immediate distance, and you can get up to something within immediate distance.
Okay. Did I get my glass knuckles back from you, Karosael?
Oh yeah, like same day he gave them back.
Okay. I'm gonna slip that shit on. And,
Clink,
and
clink.
yeah. And I'm gonna move through the painting.
You see mirrors everywhere, glass on the ground, and the three of you and all the reflections.
I probably wouldn't have enough time to notice what's happening on the far end of the room. So I will just kind of whirl around and punch the nearest painting.
The nearest mirror.
Or the nearest mirror, sorry. Yeah.
Roll to hit. What is your level? What is the level of the glass knuckles again?
That is a good question. I have them written down, but I don't have a level next to them.
I think they were level 3 or 4. 4?
4.
Okay.
Okay. The level of the knuckles, and since you are punching, we'll say that your fists apply if you hit.
Right. So my terror strike is a +1. I think. Yeah.
Are you pulling from your accuracy pool to hit?
For this one, I'd say no, because I think she's just kind of whirling and smacking the first thing she sees.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. Nope, that's a 2, which I think would make it a 7. So I think that's a miss.
Glass on glass.
Yeah.
A nice clinking sound, but very loud, and it rings and sends a vibration up your arm. Back to the top. Car and Zephyr.
Karosael, just as Alondra was going in, tried to be like, hey, I think the rope works if you... Nope, she's gone. And are there held actions here?
I'll say you can hold an action.
Okay.
What are you preparing to do?
He's gonna stay on this side, and if things look like they're going to head straight south, he's going to yank on the rope again to try and get Farideh out of there at least.
Okay, that's fair. Zephyr,
Me.
how's your rage going for mirrors?
I think that at this point, less rage, more adrenaline. Just focusing on like, hey, this is what's happening. and this is working. So I'm just gonna keep attacking things.
All right.
So at this point, there was something I wanted to weave.
All right, do it up for me.
Yeah, that's not it. There it is. Okay, so Thunder and Freedom.
Okay.
There's a specific aggregate in Thunder for breaking.
Oh.
And then for Freedom, there is one for destruction.
Oh, I love it.
So I'm gonna just kind of cast this this spell. Both of them have the default range would be near, duration 1 round.
Yep, that's
So
plenty close enough.
all of the mirrors within that range, I want to shatter.
Okay.
If possible.
How much? This isn't going to be a specific effect from the table, but I need to know
Okay.
how much, Bene, you are going to spend on this.
Well, that is the question. I get an extra rest, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and use 5.
5?
Yep.
I need you to
5
roll.
sorcery, right?
5 sorcery. You will need
Yeah.
to roll. Are you
That's
gonna,
fine.
Are you going to spend any sortilege to roll an extra die for 3 dice?
I do not have extra sortilege. I've already spent mine for the day.
Oof. So you need to succeed on both these dice rolls because this is a magical. No, just one. Sorry, my bad. You
It's
need
the
to-
regular, right?
Yeah. So you have a +5 to your venture. You need to
Cool.
roll at least you still roll 2 dice.
I should have +7, I think, right? Because I have an ardent.
Yep. So don't roll a 1. I mean, sorry, don't roll a 0, but you still need to roll 2 dice because you're weaving.
Okay, cool. That's an 8 on the magic die. That is a 6 on the regular.
Both succeed. Please describe as every single mirror within this small room completely shatters.
Have you ever seen ball lightning?
Vaguely, yeah.
If you've never seen it, go Google or I'll put it somewhere in the chat. I want to imagine that it's like that, just this free form, like concentrated thing from her fingertips that just hits one and then just kind of chains to all of the mirrors in there and they just explode with the impact.
Ball lightning is cool as hell. I just Googled
It's
it.
awesome. Also, I want my hair to kind of crackle a little bit.
You do see every single mirror shatter, and you see the painting behind the mirror that you entered back into the living room, and you can see Karosael holding a rope attached to Farideh. Everybody within the room, I need you to make an intellect defense roll, please.
Intellect. Is that resist? Or is that
Intellect-
something different?
Intellect defense. You can use intellect Bene to add to your venture.
Okay.
But if we're skilled in resist, would that apply?
What kind of resist does it say?
It just says resist.
Just
Yeah, I'll
resist.
say, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I do have a level in that. Interesting. And then Sooth
+2 to Ardent.
thingies.
Car
Okay,
is the
so that
only
does
one
count.
that's not affected by it.
Okay. So
Which is good.
the +2 does count for defense rolls then.
Yes, it's all ventures.
Okay, so 5, 6, so 7.
total.
Yes.
Okay,
10 total.
10 total. Alondra,
Also 7.
it's a +7 that you rolled with all your things,
No, I had a 3 + 4 for a total of 7.
and that's the same for you, Zephyr.
Yes.
Zephyr and Alondra,
Oh no.
you hear a scream and a screech as all of these begin. It's from the mirrors. It can't be anything else, and it just tears at you as the shards of glass vibrate and fly in like a whirlwind. But it's not the glass that's doing damage, it's this yell before it fades away in like a death thrall. I need you to take, please, 6 injuries. You can, 3 injuries makes a wound. So when you make a wound, you can spend a physicality to cancel it out. So if you spend 2 physicality, Bene, you can cancel out the damage.
I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna walk around bloody and cool for a minute, actually.
So do I take any damage?
You do not.
Oof.
It's more like blood coming out of your ears from this screech. And that is where...
Let me, sorry, I just need to clarify because I've never had an injury or wound before in this game, Mare. So for
about
6, you're not wrong. For 6 injuries, is that just 2 wounds?
It will, yeah, it would end up to 2 wounds.
Okay, I thought so.
But you can cancel out with physicality, Bene.
Not yet, it's fine.
Okay, so you have 2 wounds, and you're only allowed up to 3.
How cool do I look?
Bloody but cool.
Okay, cool.
Your big ass
Awesome.
sword. And that's where we will take our break. So everybody please take a stretch, get some hydration in you, and we'll be back in
Put
like
on a
5 to 10
Band-Aid.
minutes. And yeah, get a Band-Aid. Bye!
Emoji.
It did not emoji up. It just says emoji.
Boom.
Hi everybody, welcome back from break. If you didn't see it, Zephyr got mad at a lot of mirrors and fucked a lot of them up. If you want a little more clarification, capital M mirrors are like a virus in Invisible Sun. They are not good news. Hence why the mirrors everywhere in that room. We come back to a bloodied Alondra and Zephyr. I don't know how bloody Alondra is, but Zephyr looks bloody. Karosael, you can see them take this damage, though you're not sure from what. The rope is still attached to you and to Farideh.
Farideh hasn't taken any damage.
She looks okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna give a little tug now and motion Karosael in.
Oh.
Do you go in?
Is it my turn?
We are out of the action scene.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
anyone's turn.
Okay.
I would like to sit down and
It's
take
hard.
an action rest.
Take a movement roll.
You can't take an action rest to help injuries. You need to take a 10 or an hour rest to help with wounds. If I recall correctly. Because dressing wounds is like time consuming.
So the 1 round rest is an action rest, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's useless. Ephemero's
That would
no
be for
good.
refreshing pools.
Well, balls. Fine, I need to refresh my pools anyway. I'm just gonna do that.
Okay. You can refresh one of your pools up to full.
Cool. I'm gonna do both now.
Both action rests right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I have that additional thing. Do I get a total of 2 or 3 with that ephemera?
You get 1 extra action, so you have a total of 3 action rests today.
Okay, I'm gonna do the first 2, and I'll hold on to that 3rd.
Okay.
I like go to kind of sit down on the bed and then immediately like jolt back up and go casually lean on a wall.
There is glass everywhere on the ground. Karosael, did you end up coming in?
He's gonna, like, is there anywhere that I could tie the other end of the rope to?
Yeah, I can say you can tie it to, at minimum, the door handle. But there is, like I said, the shoe rack and like a small end table as well. So not something super big, but
Yeah, that's I'm looking for big, but the door will do fine. Like, ties it up and steps through.
you see glass everywhere. Empty mirror frames on the walls everywhere.
Why did you guys break a bunch of mirrors?
Zephyr will just turn and glare. Covered in blood still, of course. Like, what, 1 injury away from dying, I think?
1 wound from dying, 3
Oh, 1
injuries.
wound from dying. So I look like that, and I'm just gonna glare at you.
Did you roll around in them? What? Jeez,
Zephyr puts a hand on her sword hilt. Is considering.
He just like puts a hand on her shoulder and like sits her back down. Like, no, that's not what you want to do.
Don't touch me there. It hurts very badly.
I'm very sorry. Other shoulder.
That also hurts very badly. Please do not touch me right now.
At all. Okay.
No.
Thank you for this boundary.
Farideh, are you okay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm all right. A little freaked out. I didn't even think to ask. Did Samuel show up in any of the reflections?
He was hiding, so you wouldn't have seen him.
All right. Well, good job at hiding. That's why I've got pockets here. That's good. I'll go retrieve my dagger.
Easy enough.
So, did you find anything?
No, I have not had a chance to look because gestures to the bloody glass everywhere.
You're right. You had to break the mirrors first.
I did. They were everywhere. This was not a bedroom. It was just mirrors.
I mean, some people just put mirrors in their bedrooms. Like,
No. You don't
happens.
understand. You did not see it. It's fine. I'm not going to explain it to you. It was awful.
Karosael, do you not know about mirrors?
I mean, they reflect. That's pretty standard.
The thing is, they don't always reflect reality.
They lie.
Yeah.
And they spread.
He takes out his notebook and he writes it down with like a bunch of question marks because this sounds very suspect. But he writes it down.
I'd like to take a look at the one mirror that I was aiming at before, and kind of see if I can discern anything different about that frame or those shards or anything.
What specifically are you trying to figure out?
Just because I noticed that one was acting a little differently than the others. I just want to see if there's any visual difference between the remnants of this mirror versus all the other mirrors.
Okay. I will allow you to make one of 2 checks, either a perception-based task to look it over, or an intellect-based task to figure out why it might have been weird. If you know what I mean. So I'll let it be your choice.
Yeah, I'll do an intellect for that. So I'm gonna spend an intellect bene, and Ardent still have +2?
Yes, as of right now, yes.
Cool. So that is a total of 12.
Yeah. When you look it over the mirror, it's hard. You can't really tell a big difference between physically what made this mirror different than the other ones, because the frame looks the same as the other ones hanging on the wall, but this was probably where the spread started. This is probably that seed mirror that showed up in the place before it started to duplicate and spread around the rest of this room. So this was the source of the virus, so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, I think this was the initial mirror. It was creepier than the rest.
Well, the one I did not break. Okay.
Well, I started it. You finished it. It was a team effort.
So that specific one is the root or whatever they call it mirror.
I think so. So maybe we should just be sure to extra destroy this before we leave.
I would be happy to.
Alondra, do you want to check for stuff? Or should we check for stuff? Which would you be more comfortable with?
Well, she should know this room better than anyone.
I don't know why you would think that. but I sure.
Like, I'll do it if you're hurt. Like,
why do, I feel I had to, steel myself for a moment, but I feel all right. Why don't we divide and conquer? I can look in the under the bed if you want to look in the dresser and see what we see.
sounds good.
Right, it was just a
goes-
dresser and a bed.
A dresser, a bed, is small closet. It's a fairly average bedroom, even though it is opulent and beautiful.
Karosael's going to start digging in through each of the shelves. And while he's doing it, he's also checking to see if there are like secret compartments or anything in the shelves.
Anyone who is snooping, you can roll a perception-based task to snoop.
Definitely snooping.
I'm gonna use a bene.
Okay.
Are we still ardented?
Same.
Yes.
Okay.
Ardents have a +2. Everyone else has a +1. So, Karosael, you do have a +1 to the roll.
Okay.
I'm also going to use a bene.
Rolled a 4 with a bene, got it 5.
With another +1 from the card.
Oh, okay. With another +1, that's a 6.
Okay.
Total of 9.
I rolled a 7, so 10, right? Okay.
Farideh, did you roll? Or no?
I'm not searching. I'm going to do something else.
Okay. I'm gonna pull another card for the result of this. On the Indigo Sun, I have pulled the Lost Star, value of 8. Notions, cats, clocks, and wind. Ardents have a +1 to their ventures. Good or bad luck, great distance, great age, great value. We gaze into the night sky and we see the stars shining back down on us. We wonder what they really are, but that's a secret for another time. Stars represent a higher world where everything is magnified. Everything having to do with the stars is far greater than it would be in our world. Love burns brighter, gems sparkle more beautifully, and children sing more sweetly. At the same time, disasters are more calamitous, anger seethes more deeply, and armies wage wars far longer. Gray magic is enhanced and indigo is hindered.
Sorry, what was that? Gray is enhanced?
Gray is enhanced, yes.
Thanks.
Zephyr and Alondra, you were just snooping in drawers and closets and under the bed and stuff. You find a lot more of these golden feathers. There is one cape in the closet that you know and remember, Alondra, that she was very fond of wearing as part of her general fashion sense. A lot of shirts have a neckline that is fairly low. What?
Go on.
Low plunging necklines are not uncommon in this wardrobe. We'll say that. And other than that, you don't really find much of interest. But Karosael, as you are searching for secret compartments, you do find one. There is a in the bottom of a false bottom in one of the drawers. And inside you find a probably about the size of a ring case that you would use to hold rings and stuff. What I'm talking about. There is no ring in there as you open it. I saw everyone. Everyone's just like, excuse me. Instead you see.
You're right. They weren't girlfriends. They were fiancés.
Nope.
You do see a what looks to be a star, but pulling in the light. It is not a bright, shining beacon. It is seemed to be doing the opposite.
I did find one thing. And he goes over and hands it to Alondra. Is this familiar?
Before we get to that, though, Farideh, what were you going to do?
Oh, I want to spend my time, like, crunching up the little shards of mirror as fine as I can, like until they're so small that you can't see reflections in them anymore. So just like, I don't know how effective this is going to be, but I've just got like the hilt of my dagger, and I'm just like crunching the little pieces.
Like a mortar and pestle.
Just like crunch, 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 crunch.
You can definitely start. I don't know if you'll be able to do the entire thing.
I'm gonna start. That's my task.
It's time consuming, but possible. Let's put it that way. You do not recognize this, Alondra.
I don't know what this is.
Can I... So with identifying materials, can I see what it's made of?
Yes, but you'll need to roll for this one, I think.
Okay. I am going to use a Bene, I assume perception.
Intellect to identify it.
Intellect, okay. Uh, 7 + 1, 8.
This is exactly what it looks like. This is a black star.
Yes.
You could
a black
use
star.
this. You could use this as a main material component if you wanted to.
So it's a very powerful item, whatever it is. But it's a black star. I don't know what you would use it for. Do you guys find anything of interest?
Zephyr pockets all the feathers that she found.
Okay. You can take one of like the cloaks that's kind of like a half cape that's made out of completely feathers.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I will take like stray feathers.
Okay, that's fair.
But especially since I threw a fit in the first episode of somebody else stealing my style, I don't think Zephyr would would do that.
That's fair.
If there are a few that are maybe dangling off of the cape, maybe I'll pluck them.
Yeah,
Just to make it look nicer.
You can do that.
So, should we even check the other rooms, or are you guys worried about the mirrors?
I am definitely worried about the mirrors. I don't know if maybe they are still hiding something that was in this room before they spread.
Can they like steal stuff? Tiny heist.
I don't know.
One of them tried to steal Farideh.
Yeah, I mean that was my initial thought. When we were fighting him, I was looking around to see if maybe she had gotten stolen into one of the mirrors and couldn't get out. But I didn't see anyone besides me and Zephyr, so I don't think she's in here.
Okay, well, good job.
Well, just to be sure, Zephyr is gonna go like break another mirror.
Into smaller pieces you may...
Oh, crunch.
Yeah. Help the crunch, basically.
So just to be clear, all the mirrors in this place are broken now.
Yes.
Rad.
At least from their frames. If they are large enough, they still function as mirrors. Obviously, but you know what I'm trying to say.
On to the next. On to the next. And so the rope is on the other side. He's gonna like basically try and mountain climb, like force his way through.
Now that there is no mirror, it is no issues. I would also like to clarify as well, Zephyr and Alondra, when you were snooping, it did look like that clothes were thrown and rummaged in a way like they pulled them off the hangers hurriedly. So there's like one or two on the ground, like as if someone left in a hurry. Like everything is not neatly folded in drawers and stuff like that.
Okay.
I wonder, just because Zephyr is doing has been more focused on the mirrors, if she'll do like maybe just one last perception focusing on the mirrors themselves to see if there's something that looks like it's, I mean, obviously all the reflections are a little bit different because mirrors, but if there's like an object in one that's reflected, that's not in real life or something like that.
Oh, I see. You can roll.
Okay,
Perception.
I'm gonna roll and I'll use a perception bene.
And you get a +1 right now.
I do. Thank you for reminding me because I never remember. And my pencil's out of red, that's fine. Okay. That is a 6 total.
You
Roll
don't
4.
see anything.
Shit. Then I'm getting out of here.
Fair. If you check the rest of the house, you see the other rooms are not infested by mirrors. There is a long, dried out cup of tea in the living room on the coffee table. There are still dirty dishes in the sink of the kitchen. And the bathroom has a nice fine layer of dust.
I think it's been a while since anyone was here.
Well, do you think it's worth even checking the other rooms? It doesn't look like anything has been disturbed, but
I don't know what we would find. I don't think she's been here since she left for theoretically Shadow, and it seems like she grabbed most of her important things, except for this star thing.
it doesn't look like anyone had been in after her.
It doesn't look that way. I mean, there's dust and things look like they were thrown together quickly, like someone was leaving fast.
I do want to take a cursory look around the living room. I'm not really going to go through anything, I don't think. I'm just trying to notice if, like, maybe a drawer is, like, slightly ajar or something like that. Literally just a general kind of perception.
Like a lot of Vizsla, there is a bookcase in the living room full of books. General magic, especially summoning, since she was a goetic, talking about different types of angels and demons that might be present under different suns. There are eggshells, like almost lovingly arranged artfully in front of some of the books, like as a knickknack shelf. But nothing that results in suspicion, like the false bottom on the drawer. This
And
seems
she didn't
more
have.
go ahead.
sorry.
I was just saying seems more like a general, hey, this is my front entry room type vibe.
And she didn't have any like hidey holes or like secret areas that I knew about, right?
That you knew about.
For the eggshells, are any of them, like, I would assume that they're just kind of like sitting in like a little row. Are any of them like slightly off maybe, or
Define off.
if they're, for example, like if they're lined up in like a semi-straight row, because nobody's perfect, is there one that just looks a little bit out of step or out of line? Like maybe somebody hurriedly tried to...
Not particularly. And if Alondra, you see Zephyr looking at these, this is common. She liked to keep a lot of miscellaneous stuff. That meant a lot.
I'm gonna roll perception on the eggshells, though.
Okay.
I have to. I don't know. It's very weird. Easter.
Check
That
and see
is
if
a
there's candy in there.
It's a 7.
No.
Is there candy?
There is no candy. And if there is, it's long since expired.
I don't care.
You find a chocolate rabbit.
I pocket it.
It hops.
I let it go.
It's a chocolate
Carousel
rabbit.
pockets it. But no, actually, Carousel's gonna check and see. So, like, looking in trash bins, specifically for, like, if there's a paper that says anything or, you know, post-it notes, I don't know, stuff like that. Something that might indicate where.
A general cursory glance in like the kitchen and the living room, not really. It just seems like old grocery lists and such like that.
Okay. I think, I mean, unless there's anything that, you know, do you want to grab something to remember your ex by, or?
It is not my ex, and no thank you.
Okay. I don't know that we can find anything else.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to find more information here.
Okay. Carousel's gonna do one more cursory look for any more golden feathers that may have escaped perception.
I think you picked up all the ones in the main areas. I'll say you have enough for two ingredients worth.
And he's gonna head out.
Zephyr, Alondra, Farideh.
Yeah, I leave as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, before I leave, I'm gonna, check my shoes, make sure there's no shards stuck in them. Just make sure I'm not tracking any mirror out with me.
I think half of you walked into that room without your shoes on.
Yeah, no, Carousel straight up did.
Yep.
Take an additional injury.
Sorry, guys.
For stepping on broken glass.
Zephyr did not take her shoes off. She didn't give a fuck.
It's Easter, not Christmas. We're not doing
What?
Die Hard.
When you put your shoes back on, making sure that there's no, if you did walk into that room, you took one injury for stepping on broken glass. There was so much to not hit any. Everybody leaves, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess so.
Go ahead.
Weird question, Alondra. If we were to take the painting, would we have our house, or is this like a only here it works? Not saying I have to steal it, but I can.
I think the location of the painting is part of the process. I'm not sure how the magic works exactly, but I don't think taking the painting would, it might keep her from being able to get back into her house, but I don't think we would have access to her house.
Okay. Good to know. And he puts the crowbar back. I think you guys said there was somewhere else to go. We needed a bar.
I mean, we always need to go to a bar, but
I mean,
but have you guys heard of Zeros?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've been. Oh, sorry, cat interference. Well, I wanted to go talk to Karina, and it's a little weirder to hang out at the song these days. So maybe you guys would like to come along too. It'd have to be tonight, because Zeros doesn't pop up till later. But if you want
That's
to,
fine. I would like to go home and rest first, anyway.
Oh, true. Yeah, maybe you should patch up a little.
Yes.
So, we will say that the 4 of you take some time, and if you would like to use your 10 and 1 hour rest to regain a single wound per one of those rests, you may, until the evening. Because Zeros only shows up at night and only in Fartown.
I'm gonna use my rests to reset a couple of my pools.
Okay. You can use the higher duration ones if you would like to. So I'll say there's at least 2 hours between.
Going to use my last rest to refresh my last pool, and then for healing the wounds, I see that I have a 10-minute rest and a 1 hour rest. Is that right?
Yes. You have 2 actions, a 10 and an hour.
Okay, so I can just use both the 10 and the hour.
Yes. It's not like Numenera where you have to use them in order.
That's all.
You do not have to. You don't have to use them in order, Seth.
Okay, cool. I was like,
No, you can use those.
Cool. All right, so I'm just gonna use the hour rest. I'm gonna take a nap, and that will heal. Is that 1 wound?
1 wound per rest.
Okay, cool. Then I guess I'll do both if there's enough time.
There is.
And get rid of both of my wounds.
Okay.
Am I now injury free?
You are now wound free.
Wound free. Okay. How does that work for injuries?
Injuries, well, you said it was...
Because you gave me 6.
Yeah, I'd have to double check. Probably have to take another, I'll get back to you. But it won't be, but it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. Should I just keep what?
Yeah,
one
just
or
keep
two
your
injuries for 3 injuries for posterity, or what do you want to?
You have 2 injuries.
2 injuries for posterity.
Yeah.
Cool.
Zephyr, just don't start any fights at the bar, and we'll be fine.
I never fight. What are you talking about? I'm not a fighter.
I'm just saying you're already a little beaten up. Yeah, just.
And I mean,
I
you
will
are
be
bringing
fine.
your sword. That tells me you want
I
to fight.
bought it for protection.
Seth, no, you're good. You don't have any injuries because 3 injuries equal 1 wound.
Okay, cool. I just
and
wanted
then
to make sure.
injuries reset, so you're fine.
Awesome.
And then, Mare, what are anguishes?
Mental damage.
Shit. Okay.
You're okay. You didn't take any anguish.
Good.
All right. Zeros. Zeros. Where are you when you are looking for zeros tonight? As the indigo sun has set.
Well, if we're isn't a feature of zeros that you can like find it if you're looking for it?
Yes.
Okay.
Where
cool.
are you at when you start looking?
I think I wanna swing by the song and just kind of poke my head in before things open over there and just kind of like say hi to folks before I start heading over. So I'll be coming from the song.
Mothula says hi, as does Summit. They give you a wave and also oh gosh, I'm blanking on Fungus Woman's name. Toko. Toko.
Yeah, Toko.
Toko also says hi. Everybody waves to you. A couple of them give sympathetic, looks your direction. But they are all friendly.
Mothula, I saw you got Karosael's bracelet.
Yeah, I love it. It's great.
Awesome. Have you used it yet?
Not at open mic night yet, but I have practiced on my own.
Awesome.
I think it helps. It was a very thoughtful gift.
Good to hear. Well, I'm off to Zeros. I'll keep an eye out for new talent over there.
Oh wait, you're going to Zeros?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, if you're going to Zeros, you should definitely try either roulette or red wine. It's really good.
Okay. Noted.
Yeah. The 4 of you meet up. And as you begin to look for zeros, almost as if by magic, you see a flickering neon sign over a door with peeling paint. The sign says zeros.
All right, now has everyone been to Zeros before? Any first timers?
No, what?
Oh, you guys are new. Awesome. This is gonna be great. So they have the best and weirdest drink selection in like all of Fartown. You know, like at the Benighted Song, we kind of have like the fancier things, or like they have really cool names that Summit came up with, but they're actually just like really boring. These might knock your socks off. So just like be ready for some fun things.
Cool. And we don't need anything for like entry, or like it's not going to steal a memory, or.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, if they have stolen my memories, then I don't remember it.
So, as you open the door to Zeros, everyone is aware, or at least most of you would be aware, maybe not Karosael from how that conversation went. Zeros is actually a demon. Demons are able to change their form, and this one eventually became into a bar. And since the forms of demons are so fluid and changing, the interior of the bar changes on a nightly basis. So players, what does Zeros look like tonight?
Not one mirror.
Not a single mirror.
Not a single mirror. Not in the bathroom. Nowhere is there a mirror.
Fair. No mirrors. We got that. But what kind of bar is Zeros tonight? Fancy, dive.
Is it swanky? I feel like it's swanky today.
Could be swanky.
Anyone else feeling swank?
With like a jazz band.
Yeah, I'm thinking like speakeasy, but more old-fashioned than the song. Velvet and
Mahogany.
yeah, velvet
Yeah.
mahogany cigars and
Everything's got like gold trim around it, but you know that it comes off as plastic.
Or like the sign outside, it's all like cracked and faded and peeling off. So like you could tell that this was once a nice place, but it's like no one's taking care of it.
As you walk into the into Zeros, you do see some other creatures from other suns. You do see a couple Elderbrin, one angel far in the corner drinking to themselves. But mostly Vizsla, actually, sipping. The person at the bar has a, what are they called? A green olive for a head, as they are mixing drinks. Yes?
is it on a toothpick?
It is. Toothpick is the neck.
Toothpick neck.
And no, Gonah, your outfits do not change when you enter.
Okay.
Aww.
Hey,
Would have been super.
I think...
Karosael in a zoot suit.
I know!
Okay, however, if you order a drink called Wardrobe Change,
Ooh.
it does what it says.
I'm doing it. Hell yeah. I'm buying a round.
Like, is that the special tonight? That's just on the wall.
Special on the chalkboard of the wall, Wardrobe Change.
I'm buying one for everybody.
Oh,
You
I
can
don't...
choose to drink it or not, but I'll just drink two then.
Okay.
Do you not want one? You don't?
I'm very happy with my outfit tonight.
It is a good... Okay, fine. Very well. So 4, and Zephyr will drink 2.
It
So you have
changes
options.
twice.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be a 4 crystal for 4 of them. This
Right.
potent grain alcohol causes the imbibers' clothes to change. The clothing they are wearing disappears forever, and the clothes that appear in their place are suitable and well-fitting, but are utterly new to the drinker.
Oh, I liked that hoodie.
Takes off his jacket.
It's fine. Alondra has like 8 of the same identical vests just lined
Yeah.
up in a closet at home.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, Zephyr's wardrobe is probably just hoodies.
She takes her cuffs off first, though.
It changes to fit this speakeasy-esque setting. Schmancy.
I like to think that the first drink is like 20s flapper, which is not Zephyr's scene, so she takes the second one, hoping that it'll be more masculine.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
The bar, as in general, is not super busy, but it is classy looking tonight. In the far corner, you do see an old-fashioned love tester that does not match the rest of the establishment.
So how long would it take if we all went and tested with everyone, with each other?
Oh, I need to read the next card. Sorry, y'all. Now that you've entered zeros. On the Gray Sun, I've got the driver, value of 7. Mysteries, mats, mirrors, and stones. So, Karosael, you get a +2 to your ventures. Impetuous, travel, forward motion, and speed. Always moving forward. Sometimes there is no other recourse than to simply get away. Escape is often the best option, and the best escape is a quick one. Like a shark, the driver can never stop moving. She's always racing ahead, always moving forward, making sudden, abrupt turns down new avenues without warning. They say it's not the destination that is important, it's the trip. Well, if that's true, the driver does it best, because ultimately she has no destination in mind. It's never the point. The point is speed, motion, and the ability to change one mind from second to second and yet do so fluidly and flawlessly. The driver is the defender of the Mysteries family. She protects by enabling others to get away. She carries them to safety, always moving forward. Okay.
So I think probability works. There are 4 of us, and then 4 times 4, so we just have to do it 16 times.
So 16 times, and we each rotate.
Yeah, that's how probability works.
Right, yes.
I think it would be
minus, but we can't do it ourselves.
Oh.
Right?
No, I think it would be 4 with whatever the exclamation mark. So 4 times 3 times 2. I haven't taken math in like 14 years. But that would be 24 times.
That was close.
Yeah, 1624. There's very little.
No difference. No difference.
They're practically the same number.
Uh-huh. I can't do math either. It's fine. I'm also very gay.
Zephyr wants to go over to the love tester, and whoever wants to go over can join her. She doesn't care. It's just for shits and giggles.
Shits and giggles.
Yeah. Giggles and shits.
Well, Farideh, this was your idea. Do you want to do the first honors with Zephyr?
What?
She's testing out that machine over there, I think.
Oh, I've done that before. It just, I think it's just random anyway.
It still sounds like fun. Go for it. Go for it. I'm very tired.
Okay, sure.
Too tired to hold a hand.
Just order me a drink while I'm away.
Will do.
What would you want?
Oh, I have been recommended to try the roulette. So, one of those.
We'll grab it.
Great. Zephyr, what is this?
It's I don't know if you remember from Shadow, in those like old shopping malls, sometimes you would find these and you just hold on to the handle and it's supposed to test compatibility. In reality, it's just random, I think, but they're common at carnivals and that sort of thing.
Oh, sure.
I wonder why not.
I wonder if this is an actual shadow artifact. Might be.
That raises the question: what if it isn't? What would it be measuring? Interesting. So Zephyr's gonna go ahead and activate this.
Oh, okay. And you're checking compatibility together, I guess?
I guess that's what they're for, right? That's
I've
how
never actually used a love tester.
Me either. I've only seen them.
I think so.
Okay. I want both of you to roll a d10.
Cool.
Just flat. It's fine.
8.
4.
The love tester has like 8 different options on it, from red hot to blah. This one.
I think that's literally how they're labeled.
Yeah, no, they are. I'm looking at a picture right now.
Oh, I have to look it up.
It falls on lovable.
I agree. It's pretty accurate so far.
I mean, I know I'm lovable. I think we probably got a better score because I've got Samuel with me, and he's just like he probably
that's
just
right.
like
I'm here. Hi.
put it right over the top.
It is very cute when he jitters.
Mhm.
I don't understand. Do you actually understand him when he talks?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, we've got whole conversations and stuff. He's got a lot to say.
That's right.
Interesting.
And he's a lot nicer than Metatron.
Oh, I like Metatron.
So it is a shame that people can't understand him like they do Metatron.
Metatron is not in your pocket. He is.
No. Left him at home.
God forbid he gets drunk.
What would happen if he had the wardrobe change?
I don't want to think about it.
A different breed.
One of
cat.
those like hairless cats.
Yeah, that was like a sphinx.
Oh,
He gets.
I was
a
gonna
bow
say he
tie.
just gets a hat. Yeah,
He gets.
there
a
we
bow
go.
tie.
You go.
that's what I was thinking. Just like, a little raincoat on a cat. Like,
That'd be adorable, but the entertainment for the night does begin to start up for the night, and it's very similar to what you do, Farideh, cabaret singing.
Oh, while they're love testing, I will order Faraday's drink for her.
Sure. It's not a lot.
It's fine.
The as it swirls, it does seem to change color, or not color. It seems to change like into different drinks as you get it. The roulette changes taste with each drink. Might taste of rum one sip and tequila the next. And it just,
Nice.
every sip it changes. So if you are indecisive like me,
Perfect.
the perfect drink.
Oh, guys, we gotta move closer to the stage.
oh, yeah.
Of course.
They've always got great stuff here.
And no Mothula to ruin the vibe.
Oh,
Something.
Karosael, that reminds me. I poked my head in the song and I saw Mothula, and he said that he's been using his bracelet to practice.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said it was a really thoughtful gift.
Oh.
That's great.
Mhm.
That's good. I'm glad. Thank you.
The woman who
Vibrantly red.
is singing is got a red hat on with a feather and in a nice pinstripe blazer. She seems to be singing. I don't think anyone except Farideh, since it sounds like she has been here before, but you would recognize this woman as Karina.
Yeah, cool.
As you are watching, though, she does make your eye. She does catch your eye. Like, eye contact. Eye.
Cool.
As she's performing, what are y'all doing?
Drinking. No. Okay, so I'm gonna get like another drink
Okay.
first.
you
Not a
getting
wardrobe change.
Specific.
Yeah, probably roulette.
I was gonna say, do you want to hear some of the other drinks in the bar?
Oh fuck yeah, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A death. It is the distilled essence of someone's actual death. High water. It's better choice than hell.
Yeah.
It's a very cheap drink, but you get what you pay for. And it's standard custom to say after taking a shot, I made the wrong choice. Red wine. It is bottled in the red and carries the essence of the red sun. It's delicious but burns, and you shouldn't have more than one glass.
Bet. I want that one. I used to drink Fireball in real life. Bring it on.
There's also white noise. It makes you essentially deaf for half an hour as you hear white noise. And there is also a drink called Ubara, which is an effervescent drink brewed in the Feyward lands. It is a bubbly drink, and each bubble carries a single syllable of like a poem.
I'm gonna buy a red. I'll buy the last one for Farideh. I'm gonna buy the high water for Karosael and Alondra because they haven't been here and I feel like it's a rite of passage to have a shitty drink.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, it's Malort.
Yep. There you go.
Otherwise, I'm gonna carry my drink back to the love thing and I'm just gonna like match with random people who are there. I'm just gonna like match with random ass people.
I feel like you get a different like you
Yeah,
at least get
that's
every
the point.
single one.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
hey,
trying
hey.
to like she's trying to just like suss out how this thing works before like I don't know, because drinking and probably assigning more meaning to this thing than there is.
Oh,
So she's just like,
you're definitely
is it
assigning
random?
more meaning.
Is it random? It doesn't seem to be, but that doesn't match, that kind of thing.
Perfect.
But she also wants to be present for when Karosael and Alondra take their drinks.
You get the high water. You get high water drink. It's cheap. It's very cheap. It's
I mean, I
18
know-
orbs. That's like 18 cents.
I mean, I normally go for wine, but
You haven't been here before. You have to try it. It's something you must do. And it is
Is
better
it-
than hell.
is it sipping? Do you shoot?
Oh
it?
no! Get it over with.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What do you mean? Get it over. Get it over.
Just,
Get it over with.
Just shoot it.
Hmm.
Just. It is not a sipping drink. Just shoot it and be done.
Alondra shoots it and then is trying to maintain, like, you know when you take a shot of like bad tequila but you don't want to like be like lame about it.
You want your friends to think you're cool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can
So
take
she's
this.
just trying to take like the straightest face possible as she shoots it.
Oh my gosh, it's gross.
Like he tries to do a cheers with, and dope. She's to oh god.
Interesting.
Oh,
Karosael is just doing what Alondra's feeling inside.
Yeah. She's just got like you see the side of her mouth like twitch a little bit.
and now we all say together, I made the wrong choice.
I want to go get a different one.
Can I have some wine now?
You can have whatever you want. I just want you to be a part of the environment.
Appreciated.
I
You're
just love
welcome.
that because Zephyr can't lie. Like Zephyr truly feels you must do this if you
Yeah.
come to Zeros. Like it's not like she's hazing them. She's like, no, you
have to.
have to. I love it.
It's a rite of passage. Shitty drinks.
Yeah. I am paying just all of my. I'm not paying attention to these shenanigans. I'm just paying full attention to the stage.
Her performance is very good, actually. And after her allotted time, she does eventually go backstage. And then
Is there anything like magic-y, like overtly magic that she did, or was it just kind of
just seems like very good singing.
Great.
There doesn't seem to be any magic to her performance.
Cool.
Maybe like 10 minutes after her performance ends, though, she does come back out and heads to the bar. With what looks like to be a friend, a young man with short hair, and they're just chit-chatting.
I'm gonna finish my drink and take my empty up to the bar. Order another roulette because the first one was fun.
Different drink every time.
Yeah.
Also, Zephyr bought you an Obara, it sounds like. The one with has a single syllable of a poem.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh.
It sounded just like Faraday's vibe, so.
Never mind then. I'm taking that one with me instead. What is that? A single stanza or couplet. Very cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so I'll take that one up to me and just walk up to Karina and her friend.
Karina seems to be drinking a very deep black drink, which you would know to be a death, which is the one that is the distilled essence of someone's death. It looks like her friend is drinking a roulette as it changes color every time he takes a drink. She doesn't seem to pay any particular mind, just like another bar goer as you come up.
Yeah, if there seems to be a lull, I'll jump in, but I'm gonna wait until a socially appropriate moment.
Yeah. It does take like a moment or two, but there is at some point a lull in their conversation.
Excuse me, Karina, I was just in the front row and adored your performance. Fantastic job.
I'm gonna pull the next sooth card of the night. The day. It's daytime. I know exactly what time it is.
Or it's night. Guess we're at zeros.
It is nighttime. On the pale sun, I have... Come on. You can do it. The Messiah. Value 7. Vision, swans, blades, and water. Change, salvation, and familial love. Many fear change. Others embrace it eagerly. Often, not always, but often, the former live happy and satisfying situations, while the latter do not. In other words, change is salvation that not everyone needs. The Messiah is the defender of the Visions family. She defends by changing the things that threaten or menace. As a defender, the Messiah is particularly concerned with families and the bonds of love that exist there. Okay. After a moment...
Are there any effects for that?
Defender, but there are no empaths in the party, so it doesn't matter.
All right.
Yeah, if you were an empath, you would have gotten a +2 to your adventures. She does turn to you after a second. Oh, hello. Sorry, what were you saying to her earlier?
Oh, I just said it was a lovely performance.
Thank you. A fan?
A new fan. I haven't seen you perform before, though I've seen you around. I've been here a couple times, but I spend most of my time over at the Benighted Song.
Oh, I've heard good things about that place. She will hold out one hand to you. Karina.
Farideh.
I like your tie.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it's pretty new. A friend kind of made it for me.
I'm assuming just the tie.
Just the tie, yes.
She turns to her friend. I will see you tomorrow night. And he kind of nods and gives her a peck on the cheek before leaving. And she kind of turns on the stool because she's sitting at the bar. What can I do for you, Farideh?
Oh, well, I hope I wasn't interrupting there.
No.
But I just wanted to meet you face to face. And I still have my breath runes that are in the dream language.
Mm-hmm. She looked at them, but yeah. She seems, she's kind of taking you all in at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And she, what can I do for you?
Well, I've been learning some new talents lately, meeting some new people, and I was hoping that you might be able to help me.
In what way?
I want to know where this language comes from.
That one. The one that says, let me see, persuasion, performance, and lying.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a interaction task. Why do you want to know?
Interaction. Okay, I'm gonna spend an interaction bene on that. 7 total. Well, a few reasons. I have a friend who thought she was the only person that spoke this language, and after many years has discovered that she is not. And at the same time, I found out that perhaps a whole other group of people speak this, and I'll kind of play with my tie.
How did you learn it?
Oh, from her dreams. Which is how I got your name. We talked to Electo.
Lecto is a nice woman, but yes, as you can see, I do know the language. And there are people who come to me when they want to learn the language. And she's not wearing a tie, but she's kind of like playing with the collar where a tie would be on her shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's not the only reason why you're here.
Oh, no, that's sort of that's how I got involved, I would say.
But yes, it is a dream language. I can't tell you where I learned it besides dream. But it's rare, but not as rare as you would think. Because how often do people speak a language they learn in a dream if they don't know anyone else that speaks it?
Mm-hmm. Well, apparently they speak it when they are dying in a sewer, painting with their own blood. So it must be pretty important.
Well, that sounds terrible. Not gonna lie.
And I want to help that situation.
The last person I talked to, that I taught the language to, I haven't seen in a while. Do you have a name for this person? And also, maybe we should go backstage.
Sure. Got a full drink.
Let me know if you figure out what the stanza is that comes out of that drink.
It's half the fun.
She'll stand up, grab her drink. She also grabs a small glass of water, begins to walk backstage.
I'll follow her and kind of turn back to my table and like.
After she basically brings you back to the Zero's equivalent of a green room. A couple chairs, a table. Was the woman you found Talia?
Can we speak freely back here?
As freely as you can with Zeros. Being a literal demon.
Oh, sure, yeah. That.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I was one of the ones that found Talia. Under my club.
She said last time I talked to her, she did say she was looking into potential recruits. So I'm assuming, and she motions, that was you.
Well, I must admit she did not give this coin to me. We took it after we found her dead, but I do believe she was looking at me, yes.
Talia, we weren't friends, but we definitely knew each other, so I am sad to hear she has departed. She was good at what she did as part of the Troubadours.
She was a lot flashier than you.
Hey, no one said you had to be flashy or not, as long as you were...
Not a criticism, just an observation.
What can I do for you? Did you
I want
just
to
come
help
here?
I want to help
tell me?
I want to help solve her death, and I need help. I learned the language, thinking it would help and at the very least catch your eye. so that we could have this conversation.
Are you speaking in this language the entire time?
Oh, sure, why not? Yeah, let's say yes.
The language itself is not a prerequisite to joining the troubadours. It is, but it does help. What do you know so far? Did she ever get in contact with you, or?
Well, she came and she performed, and when I tried to speak with her, she ran. I think it was sort of a cat and mouse game.
Yeah, she was very dramatic. Talia was definitely of the sort who liked to test new recruits, at least those who were interested. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Not my style, I will be quite honest.
Unfortunately, she ran through a secret tunnel under the club after her performance, and with the help of my friends out there, we discovered that she was stabbed by someone while she was down there. And then, I was going to try to look into it as I could, simply because it happened where I work and where I live. But then when I got home, I found a letter from the troubadours specifically asking me to help. So someone, I don't know who can sign their name to that, but someone wants me involved.
I don't know who signed that and sent it to you. But I definitely think that if someone is murdering troubadours, we can use all the help we can get.
Have there been other deaths?
To my knowledge, no. We tend to work as needed. The public knowledge of troubadours is that we spread joy and entertainment, which is, I'm guessing, since you work at the song, why you might have wanted to join in the first place.
And that's all I knew of you, yeah.
It is not all that we do.
I'm starting to gather that.
We, in a way, also spread knowledge through the music that, well, not music, but the entertainment that we do. And trying to make a difference. And some of us, not all of us, tend to work as, what's the best way to put it? Info brokers? But not everybody. I don't know how your interest is after knowing this, but it probably is best if you know a little bit. Recruiters, such as Talia, like to test those who, as you said, a game of cat and mouse. See if they are up to snuff. But as you can see, she was the mouse in that case.
Well, what I also haven't figured out is this another step in testing me, or are the troubadours truly spread so thin that they need help from an outsider?
She looks like she's about to say something, but her mouth moves, but you don't hear words. Kind of like when you are in a dream and someone says something and you know they're saying something, but your brain can't process it. And then she just looks at you expectantly after this exchange happens.
What was that?
Right. That was me trying to tell you what you might have wanted, we might have need help on.
Uh-huh. But you can't tell me.
No.
Yeah.
which is frustrating. And I think that's why someone reached out to someone not in the troubadours, as we are bound by a similar fate to a patron we have. Patron is restricted. Those who are in service to patron kind of have a shared fate of being restrained in terms of spreading certain information, if that makes sense.
I'm familiar with artists of all kinds having patrons. That's a common relationship, but
Different type of patron.
yeah, sounds like strings are attached.
They're not bad ones. But my guess is whoever sent you that letter wanted help with our patron.
Okay.
She actually leans forwards and taps your bolo tie. Talia used this, I know, to contact and talk to the patron.
Well, I have been hearing things from it, but I thought I was making it up.
That's weird. That's odd. You shouldn't be able to until you've talked to them once.
I mean, I can't tell what they're saying, but it just sounds like
Which is why I find it odd. You shouldn't be able to hear anything until you've talked to them at least once, but this is the actuality. I try not to think about odd coincidences. So is this something you still want to help on?
Yes.
Okay. She kind of pulls out a pen and begins writing on her napkin and hands it to you. I think the best place to this spell might help you. If you find this spell, you might be able to reach out and get into contact and learn a bit more about who you might be asking for help on to help, if that makes sense. And I don't remember the spell off the top of my head, but I'll get you the spell.
Cool.
And I'm hoping that if our patron is not bound, it will make things a little more safer in Saturnine.
Okay. Well, I'll should I let you know what I find, or is it best for us not to seem too close?
I don't think it matters in the end scheme of things. Okay. I have my own ways of getting information.
Great.
And she'll hold out a hand again. It was wonderful to meet you, Farideh. You look like you have a good head on your shoulders.
Thanks. And I have a rat in my pocket.
I can see that.
That's all you need, you know? Good head.
A friend.
A good friend. A good drink.
If you need anything, I work here 3 days a week.
Thank you.
Good luck. To my knowledge, there are a couple other troubadours in Fartown.
I think I've seen one or two around a corner, but I haven't talked to anyone else.
Well, if you need me to be your point of contact, if they're being obtuse, let me know.
I will.
Have a lovely night.
Thanks again for the songs.
You're welcome.
I'll go back to my table.
Okay. Farideh comes back out. Zephyr, are you still at the the love tester?
I wasn't gonna be, but because you asked, yes.
The last person you have dragged into this love tester, or at least like the object of your quote unquote affections, is yeah, I know. Tested on red hot.
Are they hot?
They have the head of a candle, so technically yes.
Zephyr, you should go for it.
Zephyr is gonna like take note of that and go like, that's so interesting, and then just walk away without talking to them at all.
Have I ever seen Zephyr like date or be interested in anyone?
No, because she exclusively, with her quirk being able to sense the sexual orientation of everyone she sees, she uses it specifically just to shut people down and not to help herself. So it is specifically things where if someone at work was, or in the cell was like, oh my god, this guy is so cute, Zephyr would just like get a look at him and be like, don't bother, he's not interested in you.
So she uses that power
for
herself
chaos
as well. Great, yeah.
For chaos and to
for
shut
chaos
them down.
strictly,
so
and to
they-
shut them down. Never for herself.
And so they don't get their hopes up.
Beautiful.
So no, Zephyr has never dated, I don't think.
Farideh comes back out from the green room.
Their backstage is really nice. Like, I've got a couple ideas I'm going to talk to Summit about. There's this great green rooms back there. Good stuff.
How did it go?
You know, it went. I didn't get too many hard answers, but a couple leads. I'm afraid nothing concrete about where your language came from.
It came from a dream. Farideh, can I have a sip of your drink?
Oh, this one? I mean, what do you think of poetry? Because you might start speaking poetry.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Feel it.
Yeah, he'll take a sip. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Gonah.
No, it's fine. It's like he can't read, but really good at poetry. So
He had a tiny book one time. He had a little rat-sized book. It's simple, but he can read a little.
Wasn't that from the library? So is he learning incorrect things?
Or maybe just stories, you know. I think there was fiction in there as well.
Are you getting your rat drunk?
He's getting himself drunk. He's his own rat.
I'm fine. I am
See?
fine.
He's fine.
Does he look fine?
He only took
Yeah,
like
are
2
we-
sips.
Yeah, but he's like this big.
also,
gonna say.
like, I only ever say I'm fine when I am not.
I'm fine. Okay, I'm
Fine.
fine.
That first time you stand up when you've been drinking for a while and you're like, good,
I'm fine.
fine.
Well, he doesn't have too far to stand up, so I don't think he'd get the head rush.
He does eventually go into your pocket.
Carried around in something warm and hammocky when you're drunk. That's the dream.
No, I would hate that.
I think it would be very nice.
Yeah, Samuel's now back in your pocket.
Great. What'd you guys think of your drinks? How's the red?
Oh, it's delicious. It's very. What is the word?
Packs a punch.
Do you remember from Shadow? There was this gum. It was all cinnamon.
Mm.
And it was red. Do you remember that? It's like that, but times 10.
I think I might have had that in here once. When my roulettes, I think I might have come across that one.
Yes, you'd probably know.
Were you able to figure anything out with the love tester? Like, is your true romance sitting here in this bar, Zephyr? Is your heart where it needs to be?
What are you? That was pure curiosity.
With the candle guy, it said red hot.
It did.
So
It did.
maybe
you
it's
should go
candle
ask him
guy.
out.
I cannot explain to you how uninterested I am.
Can you not explain it because you can't lie?
Ooh,
Well,
yeah.
I can, but I don't think language has developed far enough to
Is that-
explain the absence of the interest that I feel.
Interest towards candle men specifically, or interest in general?
Both.
Pet the cat.
Periscope.
Metatron, please. I thought I left you at home. Okay, so I mean, by all means, we can hang out here. I hear that there's another place around here that serves like ice cream or something, or we can. Like, do you want to go on those leads now? All day heist.
Oh,
Well,
but
It's already night.
it's nighttime.
Gem
All
and
night
Al-
heist.
Gem and I's soft serve and smooth jazz shop if you want some late night ice cream.
Are they open? Are they even open? Is Gemini's open?
Yes. They're like they sell boozy ice cream.
Zephyr's gonna down the rest of her drink and like let the rush hit her, and then like realize that she does want ice cream.
Oh yeah, a cone on the way home? Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Good.
Ice cream would be perfect right now. My mouth is very hot.
Farideh, was there anything else you needed to do here?
Not tonight. Might come back in a few days, but for right now, Karina was as helpful as she could be.
Yeah. She wasn't like Who had to follow you?
Mariah?
Yeah. Not as okay. Good.
Not at all. Very nice.
Soraya, oh
Good deal.
Soraya.
I'm gonna go have some ice cream.
Yeah, we'll head out, hit the shop.
Okay. Is there any last minute stuff that people would like to do before we end the session? Besides everybody getting ice cream. Boozy ice cream. Which I could go for, not gonna lie.
Does sound really good. Let me see.
Last minute stuff in the last 7 minutes.
I'm good.
Yeah, let's just gloss over the bleed.
Let's do it in 7 minutes.
Gloss over.
Hey, I'm waiting on your cue for the bleed.
Okay, next time.
All right, next time.
Next time.
Pinky swear.
I would if I could.
Okay.
When Alondra gets home, she will pull out the one gold feather that she sneakily pocketed and just kind of like set it on her dresser.
It shimmers.
Zephyr may do research to see where she can sell those feathers that she got.
All
Or
right.
maybe she'll try to sell them to Karosael.
Oh, you could.
I'm gonna try to sell them to Karosael. How bad do you need more of these? You are a maker.
I mean, I figured you needed them for your weaving, for your
weaving?
spells.
Oh,
Do you need
no.
components?
No. Weaving is all about the essence of things that are. I do not need
Can you
anything
take the
physical.
essence of the feathers.
No, I have essence. I know how to work with the essence of freedom, which would be the closest thing to a feather, I think. I have no need for material components when you do my spells.
Okay. I am a little tight right now, but if you want to hold on to them, like I'll buy them from you eventually. Oh yeah, I guess I gotta figure. Alondra! And he's like,
Yes.
do you want star? Do you want star? I keep star. Do you want me to make you a bolo out of the star?
No, thank you. But
It would look cool.
It'll look pretty boss.
Yes, I don't really have a collar, so the bolo wouldn't quite.
So like a choker.
Ooh, what about like a little pin that you could put on like the lapel?
Sure. If you happen to find out anything about it as it does seem like it might have some power, so I would proceed with caution. But if you happen to find out anything about it that might be useful, where it came from, what it can do,
I'll ask my maker friends. I have friends.
I like to imagine
Excellent.
this is all said between licks of ice cream.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, and good job everyone on today's heist.
Ugh.
Heist 5.
Yeah.
I took a despair from that joke.
And I took a joy.
I think that Zephyr is just gonna hand over the half of the feathers that she has to Karosael and say, "You just owe me a favor."
Oh, sure.
So you have a total of 3 ingredients worth.
I'll call it in when I know what I need.
I mean, I kind of already had something planned for you, but
Oh, well, here, take them all.
oh, sure. Ooh,
Just
I bet-
if
I
you're
know
going
what
to
this-
make me something, make sure it's cool.
it's gonna be so bad. It's gonna have like spikes and
Oh,
lightning,
perfect. Yes, you know me.
and like covered in snakes that move.
Oh, yes.
It'll be so cool.
Go on.
You have 4
Love it.
ingredients worth of the feathers. Remind me to get you a level for those feathers.
Okay, thank you.
I'd love to pull Alondra aside before we all split up. Alondra, so I know you work with other beings, entities, things. Is the relationship always that you're in charge of them, or does it ever work that they're in charge of you?
Well,
Or do you owe them anything?
when it depends. When we summon, assuming the summoning is successful, the entity in question agrees to do something for us. It's not quite a control. There's a process of either persuading them, bribing them, threatening them, etc., but convincing them in some way to do something. If the summoning fails, the creature is there and has not agreed to help. Things can get unfortunate. They're still beings with free will at all times, essentially. So even if they're agreeing to do something for us, they're agreeing to do it. High level goetics with magic maybe can enforce their will more strongly, but at my level it's mostly persuading them to help, essentially. And if that persuasion goes poorly, things can go poorly.
I did find the spell that she wrote on the napkin for you.
Cool.
It is an invocation called Beseech. And she also made a little note that said, instead of using the person's name, use the coin.
Cool. Well, the reason I ask is, it sounds like the troubadours might be beholden to someone or something, and I didn't know if you might be able to help figure out what that relationship is, whether it's willing or a contract or anything. I don't know much, but it sounds like they have some form of relationship with something that has power over them.
If you could find out the name of the creature, I could search our records for any previous contracts that or pacts that may have been held.
Alondra, you would know from a high level, you would know just as being a goetic that making pacts with creatures is a practice that goetics do, like from a patron and I don't want to use the word warlock, but that's the only thing that's coming to mind.
Yeah. But that's higher level, right? Like you have to be
not necessarily, but it is something that like it's like a contract essentially. Mm-hmm. You ask for one thing, they ask for another, and it's like a symbiotic thing. There are stacks of paperwork of old contracts that have gone back through the goetics for years in the Hall of Records. But that's just generally a high-level thing that you know about, just as for being a goetic.
Yeah, I mean, if you had information about this entity, I could search and see if we have any records about pacts or things, or the name of the person who maybe created the pact. I don't know that we would have record of the troubadours as a whole, but if there was an individual, maybe.
I'll see what I can find. If I can get a name or a physical description, I'll work on it.
Or a timeline. If there was a sense of when, I could search that way.
Mm-hmm. Great.
I did send you the invocation.
Great.
And with that, I think it's a good place to end.
Last thing I do want to do is just like while we're finishing our ice cream, getting ready to say our goodbyes. I'm just gonna be like, oh, by the way, the next time that we all meet, I will need your help out in the bleed. So thank you. Bye.
You're muted.
I'll talk to you later. I'll give you details later.
Okay. Tell me what I should bring.
Of course.
Gonah, you were muted. I don't know if you said anything, but
just general words of confusion.
Okay. In general, you know that the bleed is because Fartown's located in a pocket dimension. You've got Fartown, some ruined buildings from like ruined expanses for leftover from the war, and then the bleed, which is basically where space and time get funky, and the pocket dimension kind of like fades, and that's called the bleed. It's where a lot of leftover magic goes. It bleeds off into the bleed. Who would like to go first for our end of stream sign-offs?
I'll go. Let's see. So first and foremost, favorite part had to be like Farideh taking out the not taking out the mirror, but like finding which one it was. Like that was in general cool description, good idea. Let's see, as I think he got an acumen.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Only because like got a bunch of materials. We got the Dark Star, and we if nothing else, we crossed off the Laurel's home as a possibility. Mm-hmm. Let's see, I'm actually even right now. I think a Joy. He got to hurt a lot of people with his puns today. And heist. And like there's too much good going on right now.
Including the GM.
Including the GM. Like I caused existential hurt to the world. Let's see. And my name is Gonah. You can find me on Twitter as Gonah_Hawking. You can find me on Twitch as The First Gonah. and I play a lot of League, also scary games. I'll be playing, I think Terrell and I are finishing up Little Nightmares 1 DLC stuff. So that'll be in about 3 hours if you want to join us for scary times. And I think that's it. Other than this, I'm gonna popcorn over to Farideh.
Hello, I have been Farideh. I definitely got an acumen. Joy overall. And there were scary moments, but also like zeros, fun times, good music. And my favorite part was that everyone's descriptions of their outfits changing because of the wardrobe cocktail. Just a plus on that. Where to find me? I'm at Aragorn's Girl on Twitter if you want to follow me there. And this is my one streaming game that I do, so come back Saturday to see more Farideh. We'll go to Seth.
Fine. Hi, I'm Seth. You can find me on Twitch at KillXJill. I no longer have an active Twitter. That may change. We don't know. I am on Instagram right now. KillXJill with an extra X at the end for crunch. I had the pleasure of playing Zephyr, who definitely got an acumen. Or did I? I actually don't know.
We'll say
I don't know if anything I did.
You are making an effort to go to the bleed.
Okay, sure, I'll take an acumen.
It's a short campaign. The way I look at it is you should just, I'm going to give you acumen.
I'll just grab an acumen
every week. It's fine.
And although I should even things out and justify taking a joy, there were mirrors. So no, I'm going to take another despair. In addition to playing Zephyr here every Saturday at noon Central, you can also find me at Open for Adventures Twitch channel Saturday nights at 7 Central, where we are closing in on the end of Numenera. 7:30, sorry. 7 o'clock is tech call. 7:30 Central, Open for Adventure, where I play Rashiel, mechanical nano who fuses flesh with steel. And we are closing in the end of our Numenera campaign. Last couple weeks are coming up really soon. I am in that game with Mare. And otherwise, yeah, that's about all I got going on. So, popcorn! It's the only one left. Caitlin.
Hello, I am Caitlin. I play Alondra, who got an acumen today. Crossing one more thing off the laurel list. That also probably caused a despair. All things considered, so we'll go with that. My favorite moment today was the description of all of the different cocktail options, because those were super fun and cool. You can find me at a theaterphile on Twitter and Twitch, and also Instagram, but I don't really do anything on Instagram. On Twitch, I play vintage video games, aka any game that's at least 10 years old. We're starting Kingdom Hearts 2 this Wednesday coming up, and we're starting Pokemon Snap 64 tomorrow. And we're gonna be playing through the month of April. Also, mark your calendars for a birthday charity stream that's happening on May 2nd. There will be more info on my channel about that soon. It may feature some of these lovely folks. And popcorn to Mare.
Me. Oh, did you have a favorite part? Did you two have
favorite
the
parts?
Cocktails. Oh,
I realized I forgot a favorite part. That was my bad. My favorite part was, contrary to Zephyr, I think mirrors are really cool, so I really liked that whole scene. That was awesome. Okay, sorry, done.
Hi, I'm Mary. You can find me on Twitter at Archmage of Dice. This is my channel. I have a schedule. Just look at the schedule at my streaming schedule. I'll be here tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. playing Golden Sun with my partner. I'm also in the Open for Adventure game at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time playing Licht and Brattlesby. I'm sad that the game is only got a couple weeks left, but what are you gonna do? My favorite part was the fact that a couple of y'all just slicked your shoes off out of habit in this abandoned house. I don't know, I thought it was cute. And that was cute. I don't think there's anything else. But anyway, everybody, we'll see you next week. And why am I brain farting, y'all? I had a night. We'll see you all next week on the next session of Secrets Beyond the Suns. Bye.
Bye.